We all know the Sabbath was mentioned among the 10 commandments of the law, right? There in the law, you have the 4th commandment. That is the Sabbath. It was told clearly in a complete way, yet here it is repeated and repeated after the full revelation concerning God's dwelling place. We must find out why. The reason of the repeating of the record of Sabbath after the charge for the building work of the tabernacle. You just think about it. No doubt. And this insertion was just after the revelation of the builders, of the workers. And this should indicate that the Lord charged these builders and these workers to learn how to rest with the Lord. Don't just work and forget about the rest. Right? The Lord is charging you to do His work with the work for Him. You should learn how to rest with Him. If you only know how to work for Him, yet you don't know how to rest with Him, you have to know this is altogether against the divine principle. Later on you will see what is the divine principle. We all know, not only with the Jews in ancient time, even in the New Testament age, the Christians talked a lot about the Sabbath. This principle of the Sabbath, it is not just a matter of days. It is not a matter of whether 6th day or 7th day or the 2nd day or the 1st day. Actually, the principle is not there. The principle is to work with the Lord. Needs you to learn how to rest with Him. Sabbath to God is the 7th day. From God, it is the 7th day. God worked for 6 days. Then on the 7th day, He started work. But the Bible doesn't say mainly this way. It says He rested. He worked 6 days, right? He finished the Christian work. Then He rested on the 7th day. The 7th day is counted based on God. But to man, you just count. To man, Sabbath is the 1st day. Listen, I believe man was created on the 6th day in the late afternoon. Right when man came out of the creating hand of God, his 1st day began. His 1st day began.
Right.
To him, it was the 1st day. But to God, it was the 7th day. So what? Listen this. The significance is here. Where the Sabbath to God is after the work. That means rest to God is after the work. In other words, with God, He works first. He works first. Then He rested. Am I right? I believe in the entire Old Testament, only one verse that tells us the Sabbath was not only rest to God, but also a refreshment.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
Right.
At the very end of these 6 verses,
Right.
you have, I tell you, you have a little clause added. On the 7th day, He rested. In Genesis, it tells us the same thing. On the 7th day, He rested. But here, God added 3 words, and was refreshed. I tell you, even God needs to be refreshed. You know what? What? To rest is one thing. To be refreshed is another thing. Do you know with what God refreshed? He rested. You have to think about He rested on what? He rested on His creation. Handiwork. He looked at the heavens, very good. He looked at the earth, good. He looked everything good. When he looked at the man, very good.
Amen. Very good. Amen.
He rested. Then He was refreshed. You know, with what He was refreshed? Mankind was God's refreshment. He loved man. He made man in His own image. And He made man a spirit to what? To fellowship with Him. And that indicates it was not good for God to be alone. Without man created, God was a bachelor. It was not so good. So to Him, the resting and refreshing day was the 7th day. But to His companion, it was the first day. The first day. The first day is the day of enjoyment. This is the divine principle. God would never ask you firstly to work, then to enjoy. No, no, no. Firstly, God afford you to enjoy. After the full enjoyment, not only with Him, but also of Him, you work together with Him. So, from this time onward, always enjoy and work. Enjoy and work. Enjoy with God, then work with God. If you don't know how to enjoy with God and enjoy just God Himself, you sure don't know how to work with Him. And you don't know how could you be one. You don't know how to be one with Him in His divine work. all Christian workers stress one thing, that is, we should work with God. We should not work by our own strength. We should work by God. Let me tell you the New Testament. The New Testament ministry began with what? With the Pentecostal day's enjoyment. Let me tell you, do you know what day was that day? Do you know what was the day of Pentecostal day? That was the first day of the week. Pentecost means what? Means 50 days. Pentecost means the 5th day after 7 weeks. You all know this. Don't you know this? You read your Bible in the Old Testament. Leviticus chapter 23. What was the Pentecost day? From the first fruit harvest, you count 7 weeks. 7 weeks means 49 days.
Right.
Then the next day, the beginning of another week, that is the 5th day. 50th day.
Right.
And the 5th day actually is the first day of the 8th week.
Right.
Can you see the principle? The first day. Either you count the Sabbaths for man, or you count the 8th day for man. I tell you, to man, the resting day has been always the first day.
Amen. Amen.
According to the Old Testament Sabbaths, to man, the resting day was the first day. According to the New Testament, 8th day, the resting day to man was also the first day. And he rested with God.